Hi everyone, welcome back again to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise, and I'm going to be diving in to see what may be coming through for the USA, for our USA happenings, for the week of January 2nd. So we'll start with Sunday, January 2nd, and we'll go through Saturday, January 8th. So anyway, hope you guys are all doing really, really well. And you're having a wonderful vacation or holiday still a little bit. Maybe we can drag it out a little extra, a little longer. So anyway, let me drop the camera down. We'll see what's coming through. Okay, hold on. Okay, so first off, I'm going to start off with the tarot. And this one is the Radiant Rider-Waite, but it's trimmed down. So I have more room. You know, the cards are smaller this way. And if you see weird little, yeah, see, I have astrological glyphs drawn on each of them. So if you see weird things, it's like, okay, this is just her weirdo deck. Okay, but what I'm going to do, so here's my intention. I'm going to do 14 cards because that's about what I can fit. But I'm not going to do like I've done before where it's like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like that. I'm going to ask for the overall, well, just all the events that we can expect to have this week, what's coming up for this week. Of course, January 2nd through the 8th, 2022. And more to get a story so that I can read the cards together as they fall in, you know, groupings. And then I most likely will use the maybe Lenormand as well, and the probably even the Kipper, but we'll see. We'll see what comes through. But starting off with the tarot, okay, let's do right there. Okay. Let's see, 1, 2. No, it's actually this one. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Oh, good. Looks like a lot of us will be getting rest this week, even though a lot of people are back to work. Okay, let me just get them laid out here first. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, okay. So this is my COVID card right here. Actually, maybe a darker chopstick will show up easier, I'm not sure. This is my COVID card. So we have a theme here where we're still having trouble. There's still fallout and emotional fallout as well. Due to COVID, even though maybe it's not as bad, you know, with the Omicron variant. And by the way, you guys, I found this excellent article. Well, actually, I didn't find it. One of you amazing subscribers, Ramon. Hi, Ramon. Ramon Bustos. He emailed me this. He emailed me this article from, I think it was, oh my goodness, it was from the Army, but I can't remember. It was like Military Times. I think it was militarytimes.com. And so basically Walter Reed Medical Center and the Army were working together on a new vaccine that could accommodate more people with their, you know, issues. Anyone who would be having any type of issues. And I think that this Three of Swords here reversed knighting down here to the COVID card. It's telling us like this week, it won't be complete, but soon, because it's gone through phase 1 trials and has to go through 2 more phases. But so it should be soon, and so the cards are showing up here saying that, yeah, maybe it's not ready yet. So I'm going to read in different layers, of course, but this is a really good invention that will accommodate more people. Will be so anyone with like high blood pressure, heart issues, things like that, they will be they'll be able to take the vaccine. So I'm seeing that as maybe some news coming out this week about it, even though it doesn't look to me like it's ready yet based on the reversals here. But we have a healing card touching the Three of Swords reversed, and of course the Three of Swords reversed definitely brings in healing. Both of these cards here are healing. Let's see. And of course, like I said, this is my COVID card, so we're touching, all these 3 cards here come together with a Queen of Swords reversed hanging over. I really feel like this is just where there are going to be some people who are still going to be critical of it and pessimistic about it, and maybe careless with how they contaminate other people. Because with this 9 of Cups reversed, this is the card of self-hatred and addictions and financial loss and greed. This is my greedy merchant card when it's reversed. And notice how it is ruled by Jupiter and Pisces, and Jupiter has just moved into Pisces, and this is at this time with these transits, it's not just Jupiter and Pisces. Jupiter is squaring the north and the south nodes of the moon. And I still have to look and see how I've got to go further in my ephemeris to see when it'll, be out of orb, but it's currently coming into exact this week. And, there's that south node in Sag that says, well, okay, we've looked and looked and we've explored and we have gleaned a lot of truth, but then there are these others who just, it's my way or the highway. And then the North Node in Gemini, embracing new facts and information as it comes in and networking. And so, if we bring this all down into the vaccine or in the COVID situation, we have to remember that Pisces is mutable energy. Sag is, I'm pretending I'm, looking at the chart here. Well, actually, do I even have it? Hold on. Oh, hey, check it out. I have this here from last week. Okay, so this is our new moon that actually starts today. But you see what I'm saying here? Jupiter and Pisces squares the North Node and the South Node here. Oops, sorry, that was out of frame there. Sag is mutable energy, which means it adapts, and it means it mutates. This is the Omicron variant. There's been an expansion, Jupiter expansion, in mutation of the virus, right? Now, healing will come through eventually, and because Jupiter will conjunct Neptune as it moves forward, but it's going to be quite some time. And the other tricky thing is that, we're dealing with Pisces energy still and mutable. Pisces is excellent, excellent, excellent for spiritual work. It's not good when it comes to the flu and colds and a pandemic. It's just not. And the downside of Jupiter and Pisces can bring us into the blame game. Some people blaming everyone else and, but we all have to be responsible for our own lives. That's the thing. And not everybody can get the vaccine. So I'm just really adamant on, protecting those out there by getting a vaccine myself because, and I'm one of those sensitive weirdos that shouldn't be able to handle anything. Well, I handled both doses, and it won't be long before I get my third, whatever, at some point. But, I don't get out much, so. And I wear a mask, the N95, everywhere I go, so. Yeah. Okay, so anyway. Enough about that. Let's see, what else are we seeing? But here it is again. It shows up here again with being down with the Four of Swords. This is, you're not upright. This can be, being in a hospital, a stay in a hospital, praying that you'll make it through. And some people are not going to get away with it. That's the problem here with the Seven of Swords. Some people, especially with the Seven of Swords reversed, it can be that some people will be like starting over, And on another level, because these two cards, so I'll just, start with a whole new layer, get out of COVID land. Oh, then again, though, I can see how this might relate. Okay, so when the Seven of Swords is reversed, this is my card of a pathological liar. And someone who gets caught. They don't get away with it. When it's straight up like this, they do get away with it. And they have to leave a couple swords behind, a couple ideas, a couple communications, a couple, something. But when it's reversed, this is going to be leveling some people. And this theme here, oh yeah, definitely. This theme here looks to me, other tarot readers out there, and anyone who, has a set of eyeballs and can look at these images, ignore my little glyphs if astrology's not your thing. Just look at the images. What do you think this spells? Because to me, this looks like the January 6th committee and people confessing to them, and they wish they never came in with this attack on the homeland, and they wish they never followed Flump's command to go do as I say type of thing. Like, just remember way back when, and he was in that second, he's guilty as all get out, but that second debate with Biden, when he was on stage under a COVID fever, standing there saying to the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers to stand by and stand back. Just, he basically told them, his orders are right there out in plain sight. So this is the failure of the dictator trying to make his move, which isn't totally a dictator card here. I don't want to put that on to the magician, but this is about somebody exercising their will and saying, you do what I say. And it knights over here to the Seven of Swords reversed, like I said, the pathological liar, but he's not going to get away with it. And this is the attack on our homeland. And then, of course, with the Tower reversed, this could be somebody going to prison, because when the Tower comes through reverse, I have two major arcanas that I look at as being, along with the Eight of Swords, as what I see as being, incarceration, and it's the Hermit and the Tower reversed. Both of those cards were reversed. It spell imprisonment to me. But yeah, now on another level, this could be some transformation that comes through for a lot of people who are resting and staying at home, and they didn't get to have, we didn't get to have all of our meetings with relatives like we wanted, because a lot of people were stuck in airports and weren't able to fly and get where they were going. Things happened. So that's another little layer here. But let me see, what else could it be? I really just feel like this, like the Tower reversed here and the reversal of the Four of Wands. The Tower reverse tells me that we avoided a major tragedy. Now, you can't really put a price on someone's life, and were there 5 or 6 officers at the Capitol officers who died as a direct result of the Capitol riot, of the insurrection. So, there's that layer here. So there's something more coming out. So I think what we're gonna get this week, well, at least looking so far. I'll dive in as I go, but COVID issues. Some people in denial about it, but then also some healing as to a new prescription. This is the new. I mean, if you just look at, maybe she's the jab. This is the healing jab. And here would be the new formula. Both of these cards, upright or reversed, have everything to do with science. Both the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, we have them both. I like that the King of Wands is reversed because this has to do with... I think maybe we'll have some news and paperwork on Trump. This is Trump to me. He's not the emperor or the emperor reversed anymore because he's demoted like he needed to be. And with this, King of Wands reversed is just, it's the bully. It's the ruthless, abusive, tendencies to just try to go for what they want, and they're very careless and selfish. But another thing is, when this card is straight up, it's, you're getting something done, and there's leadership here. Reversed, there's no strategy, there's no effectiveness, there's no, it's not happening. And what I think that these two cards mean in relationship with Flump is that some people are flipping. Some men and some women who had to do with the dirty deeds for him, because it's all here, they're going to be flipping. I think there's going to be some flippage happening this week. Whether or not we hear about it, that's the thing. Happens all the time where it doesn't come out and I don't know what the heck my cards were exactly saying. And then I look, like 6 months, 8 months, 10 months later, go back and look at the reading. It's like, oh, that's what it was, to get the specificity. But I do feel like for sure that, because this is my COVID card, this is a healing card, this is healing. So I'm kind of repeating myself. I don't need to keep going. But there's still the issues going on with these greedy people who don't care about anyone else. Apathy is a major form of darkness and evil. We have that going on here. So let's see, is there anything else? I'm kind of drawn to this Four of Wands still for some reason. And because it's not, when the card is straight up, it's happy, happiness and a happy home life, happy events. But when it's reversed, we don't have that. It might have to do with the fact that if you put these two together. Now I know this isn't a Pluto card. That would be the Judgment card, but I feel Plutonic energies here between these two, and we do have Venus and Pluto, moving through time and space together now, and Venus is retrograde, but she's moving back towards the sun and more away from Pluto, which is still direct. But before she, okay, so any planet when it does, well here, let me show you on this chart. Here's Venus now, okay, 22 degrees Capricorn. And she started out, of course, way over here, and she got exact right up to, she moved right up to 25 degrees Pluto, in Capricorn. And then she went retrograde. See how the numbers here, the degrees are written in red? Well, that means it's retrograde. And that's how my program works. And so now she's headed back this way. And so that's Sunday there. If we look way ahead, oops, hold on, to next Saturday. I go into all this stuff really deeply in my membership videos at the family level. You get an hour every week of the, it's like I'm working for peanuts. Less than pennies, peanuts. But it's okay, I love doing it. But you can see how Venus has gone, towards the sun. The sun is moving this way, Venus is moving this way. So Venus is going to reveal. Venus heals, Venus unifies, but Venus makes decisions about safety. And, and that theme is going on. I don't have these highlighted on this particular chart, but we've been under this Saturn square Uranus issue. This is our rebellion. Some people rebelling against science, rebelling against vaccines, and then other people waking up to the fact that we need our safety, And then this is, Uranus and Taurus is definitely the invention of these new vaccines, which is wonderful. So there's that. But anyway, back to Venus here. So Venus will keep going back. I think it goes back to 11. Yeah, it does. It goes back to 11 degrees Capricorn. So, but it's just this week that we get this like touch with the sun, and the sun will reveal some corrupt ones, and some new, I think some new, what looks like with the cards here, it's confirming the astrology, where there's some new developments that come through about the vaccine and healing, and maybe other drugs come out. So we'll see about that. But Venus will not go direct until January 29th, but it doesn't get out of its shadow until March, first week in March. Can't remember the date, but so we're going to be, because there's a 3-phase when any planet goes retrograde, it stops and goes stationary, doesn't move, and then it starts going backwards. So imagine Venus started at 11 here, 11 degrees. And now it's retrograded or no, I'm sorry. No, wait. It was at 25, I think, when it went retrograde. Yeah, no, it was actually, I remember now, it was 26. So that's right, because it touched Pluto. So it was forward, and then it went retrograde. Now it's going back this way. So that's phase 1. And then it's going to go direct, and then it's going to have to get out of the shadow of where it began its retrograde. So it's like a 3-phase movement, I guess is what you call it. But the planets don't really move backwards. It's just that they, in relationship to what we see on Earth, it looks like they do. But we have to go with that. In astrology, we go with that, and it works well, because Venus retrograde will help us get in touch with anything that we need to redo in order to be safe and secure and happy. She rules all things positive pleasure. And so we have her here with the 4 of Wands reversed. This brings in, some people moving in and out of homes, getting rid of like the unwelcome things that do not hold space for transformation. So this would be more on a personal level, but this is not the personal. I'll do that reading next. This is more the political and current events for the week. So, travel problems. Maybe people are finally getting back home and trying to figure out how they'll travel next time. Transformation for many, but then the imprisonment for some. Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great if we got some news about some corrupt ones who are incarcerated. Now, of course, we're up to, I think, almost 800 people being sentenced. And we have had the news that Ghislaine Maxwell has, she'll be sentenced, but she's probably going to, of course, she'll appeal, and she's going to, she'll plea deal her, what off, just so that she can, because now she'll have some leverage. But I've gotten many times over that she's never going to get out of prison. She can plea deal all she wants, but she's not going to get out. Way to spend your second Saturn return in prison, right? And who knows if she'll make it to her third Saturn return, because she'd have to live to be 90. So anyway, enough about her. But this is imprisonment here, and this is people not getting away with it. So maybe the news will bring out the Theranos gal, what's her name, Elizabeth Holmes. Maybe there'll be a sentencing about her. We already did get the Kim Potter trial underway, and there may be some others that I don't know about, because we certainly are going down the line and trying to get rid of the dirty cops that just want to take people out for no reason other than their skin color. So these things are coming out. Let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, I really feel like in this situation, well, this could be somebody confessing, I suppose. But I feel like these two have to do with flippage, and this has to do with news on one level, and this definitely is Trump. And if I read these, like bookends here, this would be Trump not getting away with something, getting caught, and moving closer to incarceration. And maybe he comes out of denial. I don't know. I do know that what's his face, Alex Jones, is really, really pissed off at Trump because he's because he's gone out there and said, get vaccinated. So now they're all turning on Trump because, it saved his life. And of course, with Alex Jones, it's like he wants people to buy all of his supplements and not get vaccinated. So there's that. Yeah, so there could be some news that comes out about that. Because liar, abuser, for sure, Trump, moving closer to incarceration at some point. Oh, and he probably wishes he didn't say anything. He probably wishes he made a choice to not say anything about the vaccine. All right. Because there's so many different levels with this spread. Because, he's lost some of his fan base now. Okay, what cards were on the bottom? Ooh, oh, hey, gotta take this one. Ten of Swords. So there's some painful ending for somebody, but it's definitely done. And then I feel like with the Empress, it has to do with healing and coming full circle in a way that we're more creative. And then this is being released from corruption, released from power struggles, released from, for some people, addictions, released from blindness, released from, it's like reclaiming your power and being free, independent, recovery. It's the only way to get this card. It's the best way to get this card on a personal level. So, okay, so that concludes our tarot portion. Let me find, here there. Okay, so this is this little deck here. Maybe Lenormand by Ryan Edward. everyone that has seen it a million times is like, I wish she'd stop showing that deck. But it's okay. We have to do things right so that anyone new will know. But I always crack up when people drop in the comments, what deck was that? And I always show the decks I use. I always say what decks I use. It's probably that one moment that, you walked away or stopped listening or was focused on something else. I understand. Okay, so with this spread, I'm going to do 3. I'm pretty sure I have room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have room. I think I can do 3 rows of 9. I know I can do 3. So I'm going to do like a mini grand tableau. And we'll get a lot of information here. And I have certain cards specified. So my 45 card in here will definitely be, the former guy. It's not what I really call him, but... the dueling swords, that's my January 6th, attack card. If I get the man, it'll be Biden. If I get the woman, it would be Jill. And no one else, because that's how those cards work together. Let's see, what else am I going to signify here? Trump came through last week as the fox, so I will allow that as well, of course. The bear could be Putin, as well as the ship could be any foreign influence. If the dog comes in, I'm gonna call that like FBI, CIA protection. What else am I gonna do? The tower in this little deck it will be the government or any other like higher institution like that has control over us. Okay. All right. January 6th, no, it's January 2nd through the 8th. January 2nd through the 8th. Okay. It'll be 27 cards. 1, 2. Okay. All right. Oops, of course they're all upside down. Okay, bear with me while I lay them out. Oh, I could raise it up a little if I need, but let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, hold on. Be right back. Okay, that should do it. 9. Oh, and I might need to be up a little further. It's good to leave room at the bottom for those closed captions when they pop up. As long as you guys can still see the numbers. For my Lenormand students out there. 3, 4. Okay. Huh, Jill Biden came through. Wow. She's going to be working on something. Okay. Or she has been. Maybe she'll be out in the news. We'll see. then again, you know, it's like what would be my Kamala Harris, my Kamala Mamala card? Maybe I should open up a little bit with that. That's the problem. It's like, you know, I guess Kamala is Biden's work wife. Yeah. Now, I don't see the fox. I'm not feeling Trump in this reading. I'm just not, for some reason. Maybe it's because I've done, you know, I did his monthly reading already, and that's uploaded. Him and his whole crime family, all those videos are uploaded, so maybe that's why we're getting different information, which is good. Okay, so opening up the reading, so we go with the first 3, maybe 4 cards. So we have the moon. So this would be a cycle that we're going through. It could be, I feel like it's more about the public. So the public will be, we might be a little more emotional this time of year, of course, because especially if we've lost any of our elderly relatives that we're thinking about. Because with the lilies is all about elderly people, but it's also about wisdom and harmony and peace. So, and remember, we did have, with the tarot, we did have that 4 of Swords up here. So again, there can be some, looks like to me, some opportunities for peace. Opportunities for peace. Now, if I kind of keep going, just with this whole, okay, so here's what I'm feeling here with this line. And because these 2 cards mirroring each other, and look what's smack dab, like right in the middle, I feel like this is Putin and his, you know, talking smack about Ukraine. And because he's the one that wanted to talk to Biden. And, you know, talking trash. I feel like this is Putin in here, and I feel like everything's going to be fine because Biden has that under control. You know, all it would take would be to hit those sanctions so darn hard that that Putin can't move money through that. It's called the SWIFT banking system. And those sanctions can be put on him, and then no money can move to him or, you know, through his country. So there's that can happen in a heart, just in a, like, you know, it can come down really quick. And I did hear on the news this morning, I'm doing this reading on Friday, the 3rd, you know, New Year's Eve day. So, and Happy New Year, everyone, again. And I did hear on the news this morning that for the 2nd time in a week, we have sent like stealth planes over across, you know, Ukraine and the border to see if everything's okay. So that, I think, is what this is up here. And I love that we have these peaceful cards of recovery. Now this can be recovery of travel too, because you guys know me, I read in layers. So I think this is a cycle of peace and opportunity and recovery this next week, and recovery over travel issues. This could be our supply chain issues that are there's movement, right? Because this is a card of movement. The ship is a card of movement. But I love having these nice cards up here on the top because they weigh down and control these other ones, right? So if we had the more negative cards up on the top, I would be more concerned, but we don't. We have the more negative, or the challenging cards here at the bottom. So, okay, so let's keep going with the levels here. I'm going to read the 4 corners, okay? So with the book has to do with secrets. And because it's the open side, could be the open side, this book looks kind of, with that image, it looks pretty locked down, right? But still, the way you normally read this card is what's on the binder side is closed off in secret, and what's on the open side opens. So this is the card that opens, which is the Crossroads Paths card, and it's about choices. So now, on one level, this could be secrets come out about the safety of, our homeland here. On another level, yeah, because okay, I gotta go with this line here. This line here, I meant to read the four corners, but I have to go here first. There's going to be secrets exposed as to the safety and the care on the institution of our, our government. Now, this could be healthcare on another level. No, I feel, well, there are partnerships, but there's a burden. I feel like it's more the institution of our government here. And I feel like this, even though I don't have the insurrection card in here, I do feel like this has the information coming out. Because the January 6th committee, I don't know if they even really had much of a break. They might have had days off here and there, but they're still working. And the burden of proof will be revealed. And so there's going to be, well, let's see. The burden of proof will show, I think, the deaths. Because if I read this way, these four corners, sorry, I'm putting my hands and arms in there so quickly. If you have any cats around, they're probably going nuts. It's like, hey. Throw them a roll of toilet paper and let them look at my video too, right? So, but anyway, okay. Secrets revealed, but it may take the full cycle of a month. It may happen on the new moon, which is the 2nd, right? And it may happen, yeah, that new moon is definitely right there. Yeah, Sunday. And then what it could reveal would be the scams, the frauds, the betrayals, the attacks, the blackmails, the hidden agendas, the manipulation, the lies to get the money. And this, to me, is Trump. Putin was here and Trump. They're of the same ilk, right? They only do things for money. They're apathetic. They do not care. Because this is the money card, and the fox is headed towards everything for the money. And then this bloviating hot air, which is always, part of my Trump in those readings. That's what I call him, the bloviating bag of hot air. Because his astrology chart is mostly just air and fire. He has a little bit of water, but that's just those aspects that help him rake in the cash from his family. Oh my God. Anyway, this is Trump and Putin, and they're just going for the money. But here's their reputation, which there's an obstacle to their reputation because on the internet, information I think will come out about their selfishness. So why is so Jill Biden? Oh wait, hold on. Before I go there, let's finish those four corners. So again, secrets being revealed within a cycle of either the new moon to the next full moon, which would be 2 weeks from Sunday, and it'll be a full moon in Cancer. This is a new moon in Capricorn, and I bet you anything that January 6th committee is, if any of them work with astrology, which I kind of doubt, but if any of them did, it would be, we'll set the intention for this new moon to get all the information we need from these corrupt, creeps. Because here are, the revelation, the illumination of the fraud, the scams, the hidden agenda, which is Trump, right? And it ignites over here to the moon, what am I saying, to the broken mirror. So something breaks apart about these people. Something new comes in, and there's a painful ending for them because it comes out, it is revealed. Wow. Hey, that goes with, didn't we have, hold on, where's, no, I don't know where I put it, but yeah, remember on the bottom? Yeah, here we go. These two cards mean the exact same thing. It's done, it's over, it was really painful, but it's done. So whether or not it comes out in the news, whether or not it actually comes out, there's some major discovery of the with the January 6th committee. Maybe it has to do with that Caldwell guy. Because remember, Liz Cheney is really on the, maybe I shouldn't have assigned this card as being Jill, because Joe didn't show up, and maybe this is Liz Cheney. Maybe I need to widen my intention there, because she's looking back to the card, to the mountain. The mountain's all about hidden enemies, and she's the one that can break apart Trump, although he's up here. She's not up on top. I would rather have her up here on the top row, but it needed to come this way, I think. And here we have healing, but also on another level, establishing all the connections. And then change. Yeah, this is interesting. So something new about the seduction of people who were confused, I think. For the January 6th insurrection, I feel like this is here. I feel like this is what it's about. And there's some revelation here. Okay. Maybe things get untangled and broken apart. You can see if I held this card up to the lens, you would see clearly that there's two kitties, and there's a ball of yarn, and things are all tangled up around them. That's what kitties do, right? They don't care. They don't care about the mess they made. And that's Trump, right? He didn't care. He just wanted what he wants. And it's, bookending these two cards together, mirroring these two cards, we're in that realm of just subterfuge and obfuscation and things that are hidden from, the change that was trying to be created within the, at the Capitol. But based on these other cards here, it's all broken apart. And the connections are made about the hidden enemies. And I'm feeling Liz Cheney in here. If it's Jill Biden, I don't see why I would have these other cards around here, because she would have nothing to do with Putin or Trump. So I have to say this is Jill Biden. Okay. And she's looking, remember, she's looking to see if Trump had anything to do with his actions or lack of actions, to obstruct the, to block, to obstruct the change at the Capitol to to block the official proceedings of counting the electoral votes, which of course was being undertaken by Pence at the time. And she has support. Yeah, this has to be Liz Cheney. She has support, but she needs the burden of proof, but she's getting it, and there's the wisdom. So the cards at night to her is that she really cares about getting this done, and she's going to get it. She's got the vision. She has the wisdom. She has the ability to bring in that burden of proof. And this line here, this goes to, this is all this Trump, this like right here. Okay. Yeah, and the cards at night up here to this, this could be the January 6th committee. And there's recovery, there's some surprise, I think, from the committee. And this is their, what are some keywords for this card? Like, this is their reputation, this is them working together, this is them successfully, like if you were to get an award for something, this would be it, but successfully getting that together. And look how it knights down here to the, the cross, the proof that needs to come through. The cross is all about assessing guilt and taking responsibility, and it has to do with pain and grief of the past. And then it knights up here to the money. So I think what's going to be revealed, because we're revealing here, I think there's going to be some proof as to money that went through Trump's accounts or hands or something. Because it's all about follow the money, right? Always. Now, another thing that could be, because this is a travel card, this would be the hidden enemies at the Capitol. This can be the Capitol too. I have to interchangeably, use both of these cards. So what was that guy's name? Somebody who during the riot, he received messages on Facebook that told him the location of where people were working here. Yeah, man. What's that guy? Caldwell, that's the guy's name. And he got back to them and told them directions, gave them locational directions as to where in the Capitol building. Yeah, that's what this is. This has to do with that Caldwell guy. And he's guilty as all you know what, and it's going to be a really painful ending for him. Because he told them how to go, which way to go, to get in to location, to get, look, both of these cards here are location, and the hidden enemies, right? He told these people, these Capitol rioters, how to get to into the room where they were, I should know the name of that room, where they were counting the votes, where Pence was certifying the electoral votes. And they got out of there just in time. Yeah, the secret about that's, yeah. They got out of there just in time with that box. Like, they got the box, here's a box. They got the box out just in time that had the votes in there. I think one guy had to run back and grab it. But yeah, wow. Okay, so there's, I'm thinking that it doesn't make sense that something would come out that soon about, this week, that soon about this much information about the Capitol riot, but it could be that they get that Caldwell guy in and he's interviewed. There's that possibility. And we don't know about it. Because, you know, we do have this hidden. It's hidden, but it's done. But this is good news. This is actually really good news. Because we're talking travel literally to the travel of the hidden enemies to the capital, to the, you know, that attack the institution. So whether or not we see, I don't know. Whether or not we actually know it this week, I don't know. But it's all there. It's definitely there. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I should use a Kipper. Yeah, why not? Let's use the Kipper and see. So this deck is really good for, this deck. Ciro Marchetti's Fin de Siècle, or Siècle, I think is how you say it. Kipper, it actually means end of the century, if you like this deck. And there's some there's extra cards in it. But anyway, this deck is excellent for seeing legal issues. So let's see what legal issues will come out or be obtained, whether or not it comes out on the news. Like what legally to support us in our democracy. So the issue is our democracy. What will come down this week to support our democracy? And maybe what justice will either be had or maybe not be seen, but at least be had. Let's try that. Okay, so I'll do 3 rows of 7 with this one. I think I can fit that, I hope. 1, 2. I'm drawn to this one too for some extra. Oh, we'll have to wait and see who that guy is. Okay. I just don't even know. All right. Okay, I hope these fit. If they don't, I'll scrunch them up. Oh yeah, I think they're gonna fit. So, ooh, there's some justice coming through there. Oh, I've got plenty of room. Okay. Make sure they're in. Sometimes the edges don't come through the way. Oh, I've got trouble. I will just get rid of the numbers for this second row here. Interesting. This Ivanka came through. I think that's who that is. Oh, actually, maybe this will work. Okay, hold on. Oh, wow. Hey, that's my January 6th committee card. Okay. This guy reminds me of Sheldon Whitehouse, but hey, look at that. Somebody's in trouble. Okay, so their theme here, there's some change that will be revealed. Oh my goodness, we have both of these cards here. Main female. And that woman came through again. I should have decided who she was. Okay, let me just see if, because a lot of times the cards around will give some information. Interesting. Because this is a Trumpy card. This, I hope, is where he winds up at some point. Theodore, out there, I love your... Theodore got a vision a long time ago that we're all waiting to come true, where Trump had handcuffs on. Okay, so... there's change sneaking up on whoever she is. And this, it has been my Ivanka card. And Ivana, her mother. If this is Trump, I would say he's really having a hard time. And this could be Melania, because I mean that there's change there. But if this is Trump having a bad time over maybe what Ivanka would flip and say and do to save her own family, her children, because she doesn't want to land in jail, right? And this line here has everything to do with a subpoena. Well, this is my card of investigations, which take time. Knight's up here to change, and this like down patch that he's under, and his health too. So that's kind of there. Let's see what else. Because remember, we're looking at like what legally might come out. Somebody is either under some major restriction or actually going to jail. I don't feel like this has to do with Ghislaine Maxwell, because she's already there and she's going to stay there. We already know that. Unless maybe something comes out by the end of the week to confirm that. Because she is of this card as well. This is the wealthy younger woman. Although she's 60 now. This would be more like her, actually. So maybe it's just about reading these women in like different layers. I don't know. Okay, so work to the January 6th committee. They're working hard to follow the money, really working hard to follow the money. That's how they're going to find who's responsible, who's going to receive a loss because of their irresponsibility. So, if this has to do with a Trumpy family person, this would be Don Jr. or Eric or both of them. Wow. Some painful ending here. Notice how we have the, this is a January 6th committee card here, both of these. People being brought in and interviewed, deposed. Whether they plead the fifth or not, doesn't matter. If they plead the fifth, then you know they're guilty. But I think they have enough documentation that they're gifted with already, because it's come through. I'm going to read this on two levels. Besides it being the January 6th committee, this is all the people who have already brought in that information. There's a plethora of that, those details and all that hard work. Again, there's just more. This to me is more the January 6th committee. So it's backing up the other two, definitely backing up the Lenormand reading. Yeah, change that came. Oh. This could be more information about travel, people that paid for travel. And so, here we are with this is the possibility of the Publix heiress and Jenny Thomas and any other person who supported all of that information coming through. And maybe there's sentencing, more and more sentencing for the guilty parties. Let's see. I mean, if I just read the four, well, those three cards opening the reading is there's a wealth of work going on by the January 6th committee, and it has mostly to do with travel and money spent to get the people there. Wow. And reading the four corners is we're gifted by their work this week, whether it comes out in the news or not. We will be eventually gifted by the work of the January 6th committee, and Trump can't think of anything else, and he's worried about going to prison, and he may very well. I mean, of course, it'd be club fed, but wouldn't that be great? Get him before he tries to run away to another country. I don't know how he could get away with that anyway, because he's got Secret Service detail on him. Those would be the guys that would take him away in the handcuffs. So, yeah. So we have to remember, the FBI's been in on this. They only investigate. They can't bring down the decree. But the January 6th committee is working with the FBI, CIA, and anyone else they possibly can. So anyway, I don't know who this guy is. I mean, it's possible that now, see, that's the thing. Biden has to stay out of all of this. So it's possible that this is Trump. And it's possible that this is Melania not feeling well about everything that's gone on. Yeah. So, okay, well, this is legally. There's a gift that ends the theft of trying to steal the votes, trying to steal the election from Biden. Yeah, I think I should just close it up. Otherwise, this is going to be or maybe it already is, an hour-long reading. So, okay. Take care, you guys. Love you. Bye.